Tribal Habits here, recording another voiceover for another training log, and we're back at the beginning of the rotation, recording the first workout of the week, which is a lower day. The label for these changes as the workouts evolve throughout time. So this is squatting Jefferson curls, snatch grip Jefferson curls, passive mobility, and some type of ab work that I might or might not do depending on how my abs are feeling during that week, considering all of the passive, you could say, ab work that's involved in the compound movements I do, considering a lot of them are calisthenics and involve a lot of core engagement. Anyways, I would like to thank subscribers number 27 and 28. And yeah, now I'm doing a dorsiflexion stretch that I find has been helping me get a bit more depth in my squats. It might be placebo, it might not, it doesn't really matter. Only a fool would change something that's working. And all that matters to me is that's working. Of course, I also do it from time to time outside my squatting sessions, so it might actually be improving my dorsiflexion. And yeah, I'm ramping up like usual to 100 kilo single, and then I'll do a back offset. In regards to the back offset, things have changed slightly since last month, and of course you got to keep in mind it has been a month because I only record the first workout of every week, and then the week after that I record the second one, then the third week I record the third one, and the fourth week the fourth one. So every time you see the workout again, it's already been a month. So during that time, my depth in the squats has been improving, and in response to that, I needed to adapt how my sets were structured, particularly the back offset. That's the only thing that's changed, because I was not able to. So if you don't remember, the back offset was 20 reps, or at least that was the goal. The max I got was 17 reps with 60 kilos. And the idea was to get 20 reps with 60, then go up to 70 and work towards 20 reps and so on. But the problem was that I was not able to keep the same depth, the same form standard throughout the whole 20 reps during the back offset. And that was just not the goal. So I wouldn't want to change how I'm doing the squats to be able to perform 20 reps. So I have to adapt what the exercise is to fit the new form, because my objective personally would be to keep the best form I can. So now I'm working towards 10 reps, so the back offset up to 10 reps, and obviously this means I'm going a little heavier, so I'm at 70 kilos and I got 7 this week, I think. And yeah, I'll work up to 10 reps. Why 10 reps? Because during these the 3 weeks, while my depth was already better and I was experimenting with the back offset, I started to notice, not only mentally, but I would also record them to see that my depth would start decreasing around 10 reps or so. So I keep it to 10 reps, and yeah, it's the same format. So I'll build up 70 kilos to 10 reps, then I'll up to 80 kilos and I'll build up to 10 reps and so on, without losing focus. And of course I have to keep the goal a goal. So I'm doing all this just to get a 2-time bodyweight back squat, and then I'll move on to some other goal, which I'll decide when the time comes. We don't know when I'll get the 2-time bodyweight squat, which for now is around 144 kilos. And yeah, this will be the same format as last time. So all of this has been off the top, but of course I also have some bullet points of stuff that I would like to mention. Last time I mentioned the importance of lifting with your eyes closed, at least to some degree. Like I would like to discuss as well. You can't do that for every lift. There's some lifts you need your vision, you need that your senses for output information. You need to understand where you are. So for a squat, I would not recommend it because it's free weight, and the way you're traveling through space is important, and getting feedback from your eyes constantly might be good for you to adjust on the flight. Of course, you might also depending on your degree of proficiency technique wise on the lift, it might also be feasible, but I personally do not feel comfortable, and I think that can be pretty obvious, or the reason for that can be pretty obvious if you look at my squats. And yeah, next I do the Jefferson curls. As I've discussed previously, I'm pretty interested in range through, so I get, sorry, strength through a big range of motion. Last year I did the whole year working up on floor Jefferson curls, so normal grip. It's pretty restrained range of motion wise. Now I'm on to snatch grip, and doing the floor grips, I worked up to 110 kilo single for the Jefferson curl, and I worked up to sets of 90 kilos after doing my 1 rep max a couple of months after. Then from then on, I moved to snatch grip, and I started at around 20 kilos because the range of motion is significantly harder. And I'm now working with 45 kilos with the relative goal to be around body weight. Of course, this isn't as serious of a goal as the 2-time body weight squat. This really is the main goal of the practice for now, but I keep some sort of guiding light for all my movements. So for the snatch grip Jefferson curl, that would be sets with around body weight. Now for this week's dose of somewhat cohesive scattered thoughts. Understanding how small one is takes sincere humility and wisdom that's fruit of one's knowledge. Understanding just how small one is isn't admitting defeat. It's understanding one's position, where he currently finds himself. Knowing where you start isn't accepting you won't go anywhere. It's having a reference point so that you can start your journey. Blindly stating one's strength and absolutism can only be done by the ignorant and the weak. Upon facing the despair that accompanies the realization of how small one is, true strength can be found. Humble your pride and take a good, honest look at yourself so you can start your journey. Whilst fully immersed in it, remember, it's all about the little detours, not the destination. To conclude my thoughts on the matter, I would like to add some words from Kubo Sensei. Every time we set aside our pride, we take a step closer to the beast. Every time we kill an emotion, we take a step away from the beast.